Sorry.
Oh!
You hear that, chat? You hear that?
We'll always be together.
3, 2. I can't. Oh, this tastes so good. On top of that, though, peep the new hat. Speaking of cocks. Are you ready, Mia? Oh my god. It's on Mia!
I want to see them toes, please.
Oh, Mia! What the fuck is wrong with you? She just punched me!
You're so tall. No, get down on your knees. Excuse me.
What? Hold up. All right. Hello and
Go for
welcome.
it.
Welcome back. Ew.
What is that?
Welcome
Ewed
to.
herself.
I don't even know what I was. Welcome to the iLadies podcast, episode 7. We are your hosts.
What is this intro?
We are your hosts,
And now she's
Jewel
yelling.
and.
Nikki and Chrissy.
Oh, I was trying to.
You
Yeah,
were
that was.
pointing at
I don't know
Chrissy.
who I was pointing
That
at.
one's
I was trying to
different
get
for all of us.
everybody
That way.
to. We
Oh,
should
sorry,
do it all
I said
at once.
Nikki's name.
That was the worst.
Was that the intro?
It's fine. It's fine. It's so casual,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just keeping it casual.
Hello,
TM.
everybody. That was the
Hello,
best intro ever out of
Malads.
Jewel. I think you should do the intro every episode after that one, honestly. That was my
Agreed.
favorite one.
Next time we're
But,
gonna
you
try to
know-
do it all together.
You're missing the soundboard, though. That was the only thing.
How dare you?
I had to
Oh, she's
restrain
pulling-
myself. No, I restrained. I had it up. I had it ready.
But yeah, it's been a crazy week. There's been lots of stuff happening on Twitch, and us three being Twitch streamers. I've been hearing lots and lots about the new Twitch Partner Plus program, as well as streamers, big streamers, switching over to Kick. So yeah, if one of you guys want to give the lads and ladies a little rundown on the Twitch Partner Plus program, that would be amazing. I volunteer Nikki.
I was gonna say Nikki too.
So if you guys aren't on the internet or, you know, the good old app of Twitter, you know,
Twitter,
Toxic app.
basically.
but anyways, there's a hair in my mouth. Hold on. Sorry, there's a hair in my mouth.
No,
Okay,
take
it's
your
out.
time.
It's
Yeah,
it's
make sure
out.
you really get it out.
All right. So the Twitch Partner Plus program, Twitch introduced it as kind of like a step up from their partner program. If you guys did not know, streamers get 50-50 for all subs on the platform. You know, paid subs, gifted subs, vice versa, all of that fun stuff.
The primers.
Don't
The
forget
primers.
Don't forget the primers.
We can't forget the primers. Sorry, my bad. Well, Twitch is forgetting about the primers
That's
by
true.
not including this in the paid. Anyways, we're
Okay,
going
yeah,
too
yeah,
far
yeah.
here. We're going too far here. I'll explain.
She's already
more.
mad.
But about a year ago, Twitch announced that they were no longer doing 70-30 for those contracted streamers, and everyone was going to be going back down to 50-50, which upset a lot of streamers who were on contract with Twitch to hit 70-30. And then they were getting a price cap of $100,000. So obviously, people were very disappointed in Twitch. And now, flash forward to today, a little bit over a year later, Twitch introduced this back to streamers who hit 350 paid subs. This does not include gifted subs, and this does not include Prime subs. Strictly 350 paying subs. There was happy responses. There was upset responses. Yeah, that's kind of like, that's the basis of it. People were maybe annoyed that it wasn't including gifted subs. People thought that was good because then you can't pay your way into the program. But I mean, I'm sure you guys can give your opinions, but I know what I've saw in my opinion personally. I understand Twitch has a lot of money, and every single time that I say that this is a step in the right direction, I feel like people might get a little bit angry because they're like, well, Twitch has all this money, they can give this offer to everyone. And to that, I say, I don't feel it's realistic. And I think maybe in the future they can see into, you know, changing these incentives and maybe doing 250 paid subs and you need 100 gifted or stuff like that. Like maybe one day they'll change the requirements, but I think this is a minuscule step in the right direction. And I think it's just a reason to grind, get your hours up, get your value to your community up. And yeah, I kind of think it's encouraging. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it is also worth noting that this deal, like you said, it used to be a thing, but it
Mhm.
was
Yeah.
500 subs. But it was like kind of like
On the
a
down
need to
low.
know basis. Yeah, like it was like a secret thing. Like only certain streamers had it, and it wasn't it was more of like a you have to reach out to Twitch kind of thing if you were qualified for that. So yeah, I think it is, like you said, a step in the right direction because they're opening up it to pretty much everybody. Like it's not like a hidden perk anymore. And yeah, I wish that they could just flip the light switch and everybody gets 70/30, but I feel like that is a really big like night and day difference for them, and probably
Oh,
like
yeah.
like that would change their entire business model, because obviously that's probably where a majority of their money is coming from. So I understand why they can't do that, and I think maybe in the future one day things will get like maybe the requirements will be lowered and things like that. I mean, because that's kind of what happened with Twitch Partner, right? I think it used to be really, really hard to get Twitch Partner like 5 years ago or whatever. Wasn't it like crazy viewer average, like 500 or something? Pretty sure. Like in
Can't
like
speak to that.
2016.
I'm not really
I'm
sure.
I'm like
prior.
99% sure. It used to be way higher viewer average. And then they kind of like made it a little bit easier to get it now.
That's true.
So yeah, I don't know. Like you said, I think it's a step in the right direction. Obviously, I would love if they just gave 70/30 to everybody, but
I don't think
that-
that's yeah.
Think it's realistic, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And like I understand like people are upset about it and they're like, well, this would, be life changing and everything. But it's not necessarily, I've seen people on the timeline kind of argue that you need to be a big streamer, you need to average over 1,000 CCV to even be in the 350 paid category. And to that I actually disagree because there's
Yeah.
definitely streamers with very low average streamers, but have a very dedicated community, and they are at the 350 threshold. So it really is all down to the community and how interactive that streamer is. I don't think higher CCV equals more
No.
paying subs or anything like that. And so I kind of disagree with like, oh, it's so unattainable. I'm a 150 average streamer. I average all this viewership, like I'm doing relatively well stream wise and average wise. I'm never gonna get to this, and to that, I don't think that's like the idea. I think I've seen streamers average even 80 and have very dedicated viewer base where they just want to support and they're in that threshold. So you can really average you can even average like what all of us girls average and hit it.
Yeah,
I think it's
Go ahead.
I was saying that I know that I saw a thing about how many I guess people actually reached that like 350, and it was definitely like low, like probably 1,000, or I
Like
think it was
less
like
than 2%.
1,066 something
Mhm.
right now. But I feel like that might actually change if you are speaking out to your community and you're like, hey guys, I want to try and reach this like this goal, because
Mm-hmm.
it would change, and I feel like more people would be inclined to helping with that rather than like pushing for gifted or like I know like we all appreciate those too, but I think being vocal with your community will help more streamers to get to that. So hopefully, and also yeah, totally agree that maybe it seems like I would hope that they would lower the I guess like 350 of just sub goal for more
Yeah.
people to get the 70/30.
I definitely think, like you said, there's going to be a shift in how people ask for support within their communities. Like, we've already started discussing it internally, like, just like really rewarding those people that sub to you with their own money, which is kind of sad because it kind of feels like the end of Amazon Prime's subs because
Yeah.
it's
Mhm.
like if like Twitch isn't pushing it, we're not going to be pushing it. Like, obviously, your Prime is amazing, but like, they still take 70/30 of that, and then also like it doesn't count towards the 350. So it's like I want to find a way to incentivize those people that are using their own money to sub to me and to help me hit that number. And I feel like now it's kind of hard because like I've thought about like doing viewer games and stuff, and I'm like, how do I like what if someone primes? I'm like, oh, that doesn't count. Like, sorry, you can't you
Yeah, you
can't like
can't really. It's
like
hard.
it's really hard to, yeah. And so I'm trying to think of other ways to just incentivize like those paid subs like with their own money, but I'm hoping in the coming months that Twitch is gonna make it like
Easier to
yeah,
track.
like even on our own dashboard,
Yeah,
seeing like
I'm
how close we are,
hopeful.
so we can
Mhm.
tell our community like, you know, because
Like,
right now it's really
oh,
hard
you
to
know,
separate it.
I will say
Yeah.
they've added a homepage to the
Ooh.
dashboard since I think the past couple weeks that we spoke.
Yeah.
Where instead of seeing the stream manager, you see kind of like welcome. This was your last stream summary, which I feel like a lot of times you see this on like Streamlabs, and you could see like a brief like analytics. So hopefully
they're gonna add more.
they're gonna add more to that. It is kind
Yeah.
of like
Yeah.
bare, but
It is pretty bare for sure.
at least it's kind of there, so it's a little more easy to navigate. I guess like the generalized and maybe like things, because I feel like the dashboard is very confusing sometimes when you have to navigate and change things. So
Especially when they added that little revenue thing rather than you would just go to your literal, like, there would be one button you click. You would go to analytics and you would go to overview. So then you would have, you know, your average viewers, your time streamed, your revenue, your subscriptions, your follows. Right under that, instead of content, it used to be your revenue and your earnings. And it would list out, okay, your revenue sources. And it's just really funny because now they made it a separate tab. And I'm like, it used to all be on this one page. Like, you know, and now it's not. So I don't know. They've
more
switched
clicks aren't
around
better.
things. Yeah,
Make
they're
it
they're
simple.
definitely not. Rather than be on all one page, I understand why they made it, you know, analytics overview with content under it, so you can analyze your content and see, oh, I was at my highest viewers when this part of the stream was happening, and like I understand that, and then it shows you like the top clips from this month and whatever. But like, I don't know. I think as streamers, yes, we are analyzing our content and seeing what people like the most and what people enjoyed the most. But I did like when the whole tab was just, here's your analytics for the month with everything included into that.
It's just another example of Twitch adding stuff that nobody asked for, along with just like the stupid ass dono thing they just added, the hype
Oh.
chat.
They call it hype chat, right?
Don't hype chat,
Yeah.
guys. Don't.
Is that the
don't
same?
do
hype
it.
chat.
Did they call it on you? Did they call it the same thing
Super
on
chat.
YouTube? Oh, super
Chat.
chat instead of super chat.
I keep calling
it's
it super
hype
chats when someone does it in Twitch, and I'm like, fuck. man.
Literally, the only people I've seen do it are like memeing the system.
Yup.
Like it's not
Yeah,
like
yeah,
real donos, like because yeah, they know it's like a scam. Like the streamer, why not just donate directly to the streamer through whatever PayPal and Streamlabs? And I don't understand.
I guess
why they would
it's
add that.
I guess it's like easier for other people that aren't with the same like USD. I mean, what is it? Different
Currencies?
currencies. I think it might be easier for them, but yeah, it is not the most I mean, like donating directly is still a lot easier or
Yeah.
a lot better for the streamer versus Twitch.
Well, you want
Yeah.
to know what's funny? What I first understood it as, and I didn't realize that's not what it was at first. I thought a hype chat was going to be like when you get a hype train, you get 70/30 on everything during the hype train. I was like, that
Imagine.
would have been sick.
Wait,
That
put
would've been
her,
good.
make her work Twitch, please.
Yeah,
work
for
with her,
real.
please.
Because okay, you would have to. Okay, I would say you would have to eliminate the if you don't know, there's 3 options for a hype train. It's like easy, medium, and hard or whatever. Like you can make it. Oh, it's if you get 3 individual activities, you get a hype train, or you can increase it based on the size of your community, or whatever. They would obviously have to eliminate that so you don't get a hype train very easily. You would have to like, oh, if it's like 10 paid subs or 10 gifted subs in a row, like okay, yeah, like then it would be a hype train. You have to eliminate the easy part of it. Hype train. 70/30 for everything during the
Come
hype train.
on.
I'm just saying. See, it's because
I'm
it's
down
not
for
even
that
like you're
train.
giving it to everyone. It's if it only happens once a stream and you're only giving it once a stream. And if it doesn't even sometimes that's gonna happen once a stream. Sometimes you get it once a week. Maybe once a month. I don't know. I think that's a good idea. I don't
Give
think
us
that will
70,
rob
30
Twitch
for a
money.
day.
For just one day.
For just one
day,
stream day.
I will
Just to
stream.
test it.
I will stream 24
I
hours
would
straight.
stream
Just one
24
day Twitch.
And then I
One
wouldn't
day.
stream any other day.
Yeah, right. Just one day a year.
I have been following. I forgot what the program is where Twitch takes feedback. Do either of you know what it's called? Like, if you have like feedback
Like on
something,
Twitter?
no,
Yeah.
it's
Oh.
like. Oh no, it's
Is
not
it-
Twitter. It's like
Is it
it's
on
like
the
a
dash?
website
Oh.
on Twitch, like a little thing. I can't remember what it's called right now, but you can submit like a case or like an idea or something, and then people can like upvote it and like agree with it and add comments to it.
Oh my god,
And
like Reddit?
I kind of, yeah, and I signed one about the 70/30 for them to lower the 350 subs to like 250 or whatever. And it's been getting comments like nonstop every day, and like I know they're gonna see that, so I'm sure even if they aren't gonna change anything, they'll probably address it again soon, because there's been like that's literally all people are saying right now when the topic is discussed, is like we want like more transparency on why this number or like whatever, you know.
They haven't spoken about it since it's I think it's been almost 2 weeks. It's actually funny because the day you manifested
I know.
when we recorded,
That was funny. That was so
great.
funny.
Literally an hour later when you
can't believe-
manifested the different revenue split.
I can't
We were
believe
like,
we tweeted
"Shit."
that right when we ended. Literally right
Yeah.
when we got off.
It was
our-
right when
our
we
last
ended, and we
episode.
all were flipping our shit. We were like, no way. Like, I honestly thought we couldn't publish the episode. I was like so nervous because we were just shit talking for a little
Oh,
bit. We were just
yeah.
going back and forth shitting on it. And you want to know the funniest thing? I was shitting on Twitch Turbo and how we don't get any of that money.
And
I
we
went
do.
into my dashboard an hour later, saw Twitch ads in Turbo, and there was a big thing on the top of the screen. You now get revenue for Twitch Turbo. I'm like, fuck, man, I look like an idiot.
No,
now.
no,
we
but
we talked
no,
about it,
Chrissy,
though.
Chrissy
Yeah.
like pointed
No,
it
it
out
was
towards the
you.
end.
It was you, Joel. I'm pretty
Well,
sure you
no,
said
no.
you were like,
But I
You
didn't
know what?
we do
Actually, it
get
was me
money."
then. Fine.
It was me.
I'm pretty sure it was
I don't think I
you.
believed you. I don't know if I believed you. I don't
But it's so
know.
funny
I
'cause
felt like it
never
wasn't
noticed
obvious.
either.
She was
Yeah.
donut walling us.
I didn't realize until you went to revenue and you're like, oh shit. Wait,
I
you
swear
do
that
see
didn't used to be there. Like,
But
they
it's
just added that.
weird that they don't include that in the like the big Twitch Turbo to support
Right.
streamers. Why don't you also include like
should.
you'll still be able to support your streamer even if you have it through ad revenue or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it that hard to put that in this little
You know what's tough
3 paragraphs?
with the 350 as well is Twitch is really pushing Twitch Turbo, and like that kind of takes away from people subbing to channels if like they're making Twitch Turbo so worth it, and I'm a viewer who watches a lot of streams, I might just be like, like financially it makes more sense to just use Twitch Turbo. But then it's like, then they're not subbing to the streams and not counting towards the 350, which is totally their decision. But it's funny now how Twitch is starting to push Twitch Turbo way more as soon as like this 70/30 thing starts to come with the requirements.
What are you
Pushes up
gonna
that
do?
time and
Yeah, I don't know. And I also feel like they have to be getting rid of primes, bro. Like, I think primes probably hurt them, prime subs. So
I'm just so mad it doesn't I think keep it 350 and include primes. I
was
I
gonna say
understand
keep it
not including
350
gifted.
or like have a different like include gifted with like 500 or something
But
like that.
yeah, but here's the thing.
I know people say
someone's
that they
gonna
would pay
milk
for
it.
it.
Like, people are gonna pay their way into it, and then it's a tax write-off. Like, I can kind of see why they wouldn't,
guess.
and I'm not agreeing with it. Like,
But hear me out. I mean, what are the odds of people making more accounts and just subscribing on their alts? I mean, it's not as easy,
It's
but
very
people
low.
can do it. People will still
People
do
can.
it.
People definitely can.
or it pushes like the sub for subs, like we were talking.
Yeah,
about.
or you could gather, maybe 350 friends for the
Your whole
instead of
family.
for follow. Maybe you should sub for sub. I'm not.
It's definitely harder, but there's I'm sure someone's gonna figure out a way to bypass the rules. But yeah, I don't know. I still think like if somebody really wants to gift themselves fucking 350 subs or
Just fucking
whatever
let 'em
to
do
get
it.
to the number, let them do it. They're gonna take Twitch is gonna take that 7 or 50/50
They're still taking
anyways.
it all.
Yeah.
Right.
So
No.
You never know.
I kind of agree. Like, if it ever does include gifted, at least make it like a slightly bigger number. and then
That's-
hitting
yeah.
it 3 months consecutively. 350
That's what I was saying.
250
was
paid
make
and
it
then
higher.
consecutively 500 gifted. a month.
1,000 gifted.
Oh my god.
And no one said no. I mean, no.
Well,
people hit
okay,
that.
no, I feel
People hit
like
that.
it's yeah.
I would say
Especially-
I
feel like if you
750.
pushed-
750
if you-
gifted is fair.
If you pushed out saying like, "Hey, oh yeah, I think 750 for the."
I feel like 750 is
no, it
pretty
should
fair.
be 70-30 for 70-30 to remember it.
7,030 subs. Yeah, I
For the
don't think I'm hitting that.
No, not no.
Oh,
I meant
730.
730. Sorry,
Yes.
730 subs.
I agree.
For the 730 split. I'm just saying.
They also
I
were.
agree.
I saw a lot of discourse around like Twitch was saying that the reasoning behind their 350 sub number was like, oh, because we want, streamers who build communities that keep coming back every month. And it's like, just because there's not 350 people subbing to a streamer every month doesn't mean they aren't building like a very big community. Like, I feel like Twitch is so out of touch right there when they said that. It's like, okay, most of your streaming communities are built off of like gifted subs and like small communities that like, are rewarding the rest of the community with like gifted subs and stuff. Like that makes up Twitch. Like even the biggest streamers have a hella gifted subs. Like, so that just doesn't make sense.
It's
to
actually
me.
crazy. You remember when there wasn't a gifted sub option?
That was before my time.
Yeah,
My time
back
too.
in back in when
Back in my day.
back in my day, it was towards like when affiliate came out too. So I can't remember when that was. A couple years ago, but they didn't even have gifted subs at that time.
So what did you do?
I mean, you just had
Suffered.
normal people subbing, and then they introduced like people
That's
gifting subs. I'm
crazy.
pretty sure. I wonder.
Wow.
Maybe I'm talking. Maybe I'm lying.
Are you
Let me look
copying?
up. When
I mean, I'm
did
sure there was a
Twitch-
world where they didn't have gifted subs, right?
I'm pretty positive there would have been.
Yeah, I don't know. That probably changed the game for everybody.
That
Also,
probably. Oh, and you want to know what made me really annoyed when they said that streamers' #1 source is paid subs. I'm like, it is literally gifted. What are you
No,
talking
it is.
Yeah,
about?
that
It
is
is
not
so.
true.
Like, it's not even the primes. Like, it's not the primes. Like, believe it or
Let
not,
me
it's
say,
not
like
the primes.
the percentage of gifted subs. It's like more than 50 or 60%,
Yeah,
probably
It's
for
very
me, anyways.
for almost everybody, except for
Even
It's probably
even when you're first
60%
starting.
plus.
When you're
Yeah.
when you're first started streaming, like I feel like the community is just like, oh, new streamer. Like that's how I was able to go full time. When I first started out, people were gifting like crazy because sometimes when you're a new streamer trying to build a community, people gift subs to build that community when you first start out. So it's just like that's the only reason why a lot of people are able to go full time with this is because of all that support. Like yes, like paid subs relying on that would be awesome, but a lot of time you do rely on the gifted.
yeah, for sure.
Also, I'm just looking at one resource. Like they introduced gifted subs at like viewer directly. It started in 2017, and then
Wow.
you could randomly gift subs in 2018. So
Year later.
that's kind of interesting.
Why did they wait so long?
I don't know.
Why was that so hard to figure out?
I don't know.
They didn't want people's money, I guess.
It is weird though. You know, like when you get like gifted subs, and then some people aren't even like following
Yeah,
that get gifted subs. I'm like, how
I
does
never
this
understood
happen?
that.
Like, how did I get that? Yeah.
That's happened to me before. I've gotten gifted to someone I've never seen their stream ever, and I'm like, wait, how does that work? What the heck?
Oh, I like the people who come into your. Sometimes I'll get someone to come into my chat and be like, "I've never watched." Like they'll say,
I've
it's
never
so
watched
negative.
you before.
I've never watched you before. How did I get a gift sub? I'm like, I don't know, but welcome. I don't know.
Hey, so
Oh, sorry,
Welcome
sorry,
to
the
sorry. You've never
stream.
watched a stream. My bad. Why'd you have to come in here and say that? Rude.
Or like sometimes people will be like, I don't remember why I'm following you.
Oh.
Like, and I'm like, bro.
oh, thanks, bro.
You tell
Like, my
me.
content must be that
You
bad.
tell
yeah, thanks
me.
a lot. It's funny though.
It's funny.
The
Yeah.
things that shouldn't be insults but are directly an insult is just funny.
There's a
It's
lot of that
too
on
mu-
the internet.
Oh yeah, I get told I look tired and miserable.
I was about to bring that up
Every single day. I'm like, I'm having fun. And here I am, like, freaking having the greatest time ever.
I'm having a calm,
look
chill
s-
time. You're
I'm
tired.
concerned for you. You're really tired. You look really
sleepy.
tired. You should go take a nap. You should go eat something. I'm like,
And you're like, that's just my face, bro.
that's just my face. Like, that's me playing competitive games. Just like,
Yeah.
Oh my
That's just
gosh,
what
the
I
bags
do.
under your eyes. You look so
Oh,
tired.
listen. Every single day, I contemplate just fucking filling these under eyes up so they can stop commenting on them. Every single day. Oh wow, those are deep bags. Like, okay, dude, it's fucking hereditary. Shut the fuck up.
We
Oh
got
my
that
God.
ASMR of the clinking. of
Bro, the clinking
glass.
went crazy. No, it's not.
Sorry,
It's not good.
sorry. It's not good.
The opposite.
Too loud, too loud.
It's the opposite of ASMR. That's funny. We can also talk a little bit about XQC moving to Kick. I was not expecting that.
Was
at
that the
all.
day after they announced the 70-30 split?
I want to say
Was it the day?
I
was.
feel
Or at
like
least,
it
like,
was
a few days
almost- Yeah,
after.
it was like
It was very
almost
close
2 days
after.
Too
Yeah, so
much shit was going on.
Twitch
We were
was
like,
just taking
Yeah, I'm
hit
trying to
after
remember like the
hit.
timeline of all this.
Yeah.
Every day, bro, something new.
Every day it's something and someone switching. But yeah, XQC took a 100 million 2-year non-exclusive deal with Kick, meaning he can still stream on Twitch, but I'm assuming that the majority of his hours need to be on Kick. So what he's doing now is he'll stream for like 2 hours on Twitch and then be like, all right guys, I'm going to Kick now, and then go live on Kick for like however long. But yeah, it's so big that even like my dad, who knows nothing about streaming, is like, wow, that streamer took a really big deal. And I'm like, what the? It's like mainstream news. Like, it's all over everywhere because that amount of money is like, I think it would have been top 10 in like in sports athletes
Yeah.
contracts. Like,
I think it
nobody's
is.
making that money except like crazy rich athletes and people like that. So pretty big news for Kick. Yeah, I
First
don't know,
game he
I-
streams.
Oh yeah, first game we streamed on
League
Kick was
on
Rocket
Kick.
League.
We're making
Oh my
it.
God.
We're making it,
yeah,
guys. It's our
we're
time.
doing great for the numbers, for the Rocket League
is-
numbers.
Bro is carrying the Rocket League average.
Yeah, but unfortunately not on Twitch.
Yeah,
the
you're
the numbers
right.
aren't there anymore. Viewers
You're
aren't
right.
there.
True.
He
I
left.
have a question though regarding that.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys were already very well off streamers who made a lot of money from streaming, and you were already like pretty well off, would you take the money and switch, or would you be content with where you're at and just stay on the platform?
Well, the thing is like, I feel like he took it because he doesn't have to full switch.
Yeah.
though, is
Well,
the thing.
yeah.
Are you?
Wait,
is
does
your
anyone know
scenario
Amaranth?
like? I think they have an open contract to stream. Like
Amaranth
on,
too?
I assume
I think so. Oh yeah, I think
assume.
hers is
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
exclusive.
Not
Yeah.
exclusive.
Well, okay. I guess.
But are
bad
you
scenario
thinking of the
then.
scenario of maybe like Ninja when he had to swap when he swapped to Mixer, maybe kind of thing?
Well, yes
Yeah.
and no.
Was it an
I think like
exclusive
I'm thinking
contract? I
of
don't even
that.
know.
I'm thinking of that, and I'm thinking of the reason why when Pokimane spoke out, people were a little bit annoyed at her because like,
Yeah.
like she was saying, "Oh, morals," and I'm not talking about morals or anything. I don't give a shit what anyone's morals are or whatever. But like, like when you're already big and you already have a built community and you have people who are gonna follow you, would you take the extra money to go somewhere else that you don't know is going to last? It's not guaranteed.
Is it $100 million?
I was gonna say.
I don't know.
'Cause-
Maybe I don't know. $500,000 or
I feel like
something
you
that.
can. I feel like if the community, I really think your community sticks with you.
Yeah.
I know maybe not 100%, but like somebody like XQC, he can go somewhere pretty easily.
But
So
let's say you're already averaging, like, let's say you're less than XQC. Let's say you're averaging maybe at this time like 5 to 10K viewers.
it really
maybe.
depends because like in my situation, and I like, you're making 50-50 on
Yeah.
Twitch. Nonetheless, I mean he goes to 50-50 even if he reaches the 70-30 because he makes more than 100,000.
Yeah, he hits the cap
quite
so
easily. So I feel like I would take it. Sorry, but
No, I mean it's not
I
a
mean,
question of one. I'm just
if
curious.
the split was better on Twitch, then I don't know. I'd have to think about it. But
You know what I
It's
like
hard.
about Kick right now is that obviously it's owned by Stake or whatever, so all of their money comes from gambling, but they don't run any ads.
Yeah, they run
Oh.
no ads.
So at least like if say you are in a situation where your community is just following you and like they're just going there to watch you, like it's not like they're being like
Bombarded.
bombarded by like casino ads and stuff like that. Granted, the entire platform is mostly casino and slot
Yeah.
streamers, like so they're gonna get recommended those streams, but at least they're not pumping it. I wonder if they'll change that, like if they'll add ads, and if those like what those ads would consist of one day. But they seem
I know.
they said they're never taking away the 95-5 split, like they've said that explicitly. I just feel like yeah, like people are saying it's just like blood money. Like they're never gonna run out of it, so maybe they don't need ads and anything like that.
I also saw like that rumor. I don't know if it's I don't think it's a rumor, but they're pushing like the hourly pay wage.
I saw that.
I don't
wa-
know how that's
wonder-
gonna work. I don't know. I can't
don't
imagine
see
they do
that.
that for every streamer that
Yeah.
streams on there. But
That'd be crazy.
yeah, that'd be
mean, I
I
crazy.
saw a rumor about that too, but then I haven't seen anything since.
Mhm,
But
yeah.
they were
If
saying
I-
like, yeah, we're trying to make it happen.
If
I
I do
was like,
40 hours, does that mean I get benefits though?
Yeah, right.
Just
Where's
As
my
a paid
healthcare?
worker. Yeah, for real. I mean, if they include healthcare, then I'll go.
Shoot.
I guess I don't know. I just like I wonder when discussing these contracts, it's more of like any sort of like I feel like at that point you have to be on board with like you don't know where the platform's going, so maybe XQC knows a little bit more on where the platform's going in terms of what you said. I
It's
wonder if they're
possible.
gonna introduce ads. Like if they are ads, what are the ads gonna be of? Like I wonder if that's like when you're I mean, his agents are just great for doing the non-exclusive deal in general, but I wonder if they know a little bit more rather than questioning the longevity of the platform. It's more of like these are our plans moving forward. This is how we're gonna succeed. This is how we're gonna make money. This is how like so he's not signing into a contract and it's like, oh, we're now gonna be bombarded with stakes ads like 1 month later. That's probably not what they sign up for, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah,
So I'm
I
sure they know
imagine
what
he
they're
does
signing up
know.
for.
I'm also curious, like, I don't even know if they even introduced the idea that he would be an exclusive kick streamer. I honestly think that it is a very smart that he, you know, like, for example, starts streaming on Twitch for a couple hours and swapping his
Then moves
community,
over.
like, going over to kick. Like, that's a pretty easy way to, like, get a crowd to come with you
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
continue watching. So I feel like there was probably not even an exclusive option. But I don't know.
Koff
Well,
was
I-
doing that.
I don't think they want they don't want any streamer to feel like they have to choose between
Yeah.
Kick or Twitch. They're all about like, you know, we don't want to limit anybody on what platforms they're on because that's bad because content creators should be able to be on whatever platform they want. And I think like them allowing those really big streamers to even do that, it's like it feels good for like a smaller streamer trying to switch too probably because they're like, "Oh, like they're on both and so I can do that too, you know?"
Mhm.
But yeah, also with in XQC's case, it's like even if Kick does flop, like within the next year or whatever, like bro is set for life, and like you know. So
I
he has the
imagine he gets that
luxury of-
money no matter what happens to the
He has
platform.
the luxury of like having such a big community because he's worked so hard for it, and like you said, they'll follow him wherever, and even if Kick were to burn and crash, which I don't see that happening yet, like in the next years at all, like he could just come back to Twitch when he's done, and he'll probably blow up even more because he's so large of a streamer. But yeah, for someone like us, it's a little scary because it's like, I don't know, we don't have like just like the blunt numbers to like carry that, you know. So it's like a
Yeah.
really big decision if you're gonna
It's true.
switch totally, like you were saying in that scenario, Nikki.
Right.
But it's very interesting to think about because, yeah, like, obviously I only started streaming on Twitch once it was pretty well established. But, like, I'm sure people felt like, you know, back in the Twitch days when it was kind of like the Wild Wild West, they're like, oh, where's Twitch going to be in, like, a few years? Or, like, is this going to get better? Is this going to get better? And that's kind of where we're at with Kick right now. Like, in 2 or 3 years, it could be, like, pretty viable if, you know, if they clean up the platform and stuff. There's kind of just a waiting game to see. Scary.
Yeah.
I always feel like hesitant talking about Kick because I know there's like people out there. I feel like that judge so hard of like,
Yeah. Everyone's very judgmental. And it's like Amazon as a company is not any better.
No one's clean. No one's
Nobody
clean.
is
Like,
clean, bro.
no
I
one's
just hate
better
Twitter
than the other.
sometimes.
All these corporations fucking suck, so let's not stand up for any of them.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just yeah,
Yeah,
I
let
don't.
people do their thing.
Who want to take the money and go to another platform where they feel like they can benefit and they could live their life and they want to bring their community there and their community wants to support, then who the hell's like,
Yeah.
why judging? You just mad. Like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
and
Just
it
mad
also
you
goes
ain't
the
making
same
that
way
money.
for people
Stay
that
mad.
don't want to, you know? Goes the same way for the people who don't, like, they're like, oh, I don't want to switch because of
They're like, I
this."
don't care. Yeah, and I
And
don't
that's
care
your
enough to
choice,
switch
and that's
or whatever.
fine.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm literally, like, I don't care either way. Do you.
I agree.
But yeah, I guess Mommy Amaranth is also on Kick now, so I will be
The day after.
heading over there occasionally.
I mean, I watched, you know. Did you see like
Yeah.
the video she made of it? Like her little.
It was so good. It was so good. Yeah, that was really creative. I like that. Honestly, that doesn't shock me. And go her, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
She probably won't feel like, I feel like on Twitch she probably feels like all these people, like when the hot tub meta was a thing, people were just so judgmental, and I feel like Kick is not like it's like a new slate almost for people to not be judgmental of her content and like
Yeah,
let
there's
her
so
do her
much just
thing.
chatting on Kick right now. Like, It's
Exactly.
way bigger than gaming. That's also
Yeah.
another thing to think about is like there's just not a lot of gaming viewers on Kick right now. It's mostly just chatting and casino stuff. So
And XQC streaming the whole season of Breaking Bad.
and he watched the Batman films too.
Oh my god,
And
he
I
did?
saw the Kick staff came in his chat and was like, "Yo, what you're doing right now is violating our TOS and copyright rules. Like, you need to stop."
And he didn't
Mm.
stop.
I think
He
he
didn't
did stop during Batman, but then he went and
The next day he went back and watched
he watched Breaking Bad.
that was when he did Breaking
Right?
Bad. Which, like, you're violating your contract. I don't understand. I mean, his agents are probably fighting for their life against fucking
Yeah.
Kick right now. They're probably going back and forth like, your client needs to fucking stop. But
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening with
He's
that.
out of control.
Yeah, he's out of control already. It's been 1 week, guys.
Maybe he's doing it to be like, Kick, get your
Yeah.
shit together, because they definitely
Make sure it's on. Yeah.
the moderation is definitely lacking on Kick at the moment, and I think that's stopping a lot of people from going. So him streaming
Yeah, you think he's purposely doing
Breaking
it?
Bad to however many viewers he gets. How many viewers does he get over there? Every time I check, my shit doesn't even show the viewers.
I haven't seen it recently.
On his first day, the viewers
It
were
was like
broken.
0.
It's
Yeah,
like
it showed
40
it was
40
broken.
Yeah.
viewers.
They're like, oh man, he switched platforms and now he's just
He
bad
lost
streamer.
I think I'm pretty
100%
sure
of
he
his
broke
viewers.
Kick. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he broke Kick that day.
He did.
That server was down, dude. That shit was down.
You guys remember when Twitch, people were streaming like anime for a little bit?
Yep.
I don't remember
Those were the
that.
good old days. That was only like
It was like a
last
week.
year.
Yeah, it was like about a week of like the big streamers just streaming
Pokey
anime.
and like Mizkif and people were just watching full animes, and
Yeah,
then
Oh yes, I
they were
remember
just
that now.
pushing that limit, you know.
Ludwig was
Yeah.
doing that on YouTube though too. I think he probably got a warning, but I remember one night I was watching, and then his stream died. But it wasn't because of the anime; it was because something inappropriate showed during the anime, and he was like, "Oh shit!" And then the
Mm.
pod was just gone. I
Damn.
remember watching during that; it was really funny. But
I
yeah.
remember when the whole copyright music thing was going on. Like, you
Oh my
guys
God,
listen
so
to
many good
copyright,
memories.
right? Yeah,
No,
so many good memories.
It took me
Yeah.
2 years.
It took you a long time, Nikki.
me
I
2
remember
years.
I saw Pokimane streaming with music, so I started streaming with music again because
And
I was like,
Pokimane
Yeah,
They-
Pokey's
I
streaming
was
with
like-
music. I'm streaming with music.
but then I did the VOD track thing. That was such a terrible time. I had to like sounds like such a first world problem, but I had to listen to the same like 20 songs for like 6 hours a day. And it was just like, bro, like I don't know, music is so important to me when I'm streaming. Like I love listening to music. That was like a long time where no one could listen to music on stream, or you literally get banned. Which
Literally.
is crazy. Crazy looking back on it now.
I'm pretty sure I only listened to lo-fi, like lo-fi
Like,
first.
lo-fi.
I listened to copyright like fucking EDM music, which
And it's
wasn't
like
bad.
now.
But I had to. I was paying like for Epidemic Sound for like a whole year, and like I don't know. I was like, get your money's worth, you know. Now I don't really get my money's
Yeah.
worth now that I don't use it, but I have to use it because YouTube
Well,
and whatever
that-
other socials you want to use it for.
I will say that was the only genre of copyright music I could stand, and yeah, it got repetitive since that
Oh,
was
yeah.
all you're listening to.
EDM.
No. For me it was lo-fi, but
Oh, lo-fi, yeah.
yo,
listen
Nikki
to a lot
was
of rock
EDMing all.
music.
EDM got tiring. I was like,
I know, and you're just
like
like chilling, and it's like rave in your ear, like bro.
all like for 6 hours straight.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was just not a fun time. How long was that too? That was months, right? I feel like that was months.
It's actually
least, like, 2 or
interesting
3.
to think that music is actually such a viable thing that we include in all, like, mostly everybody has it in their streams.
And all their content.
Yeah.
Like,
We're like
everything.
DJers slightly.
Yeah, low key.
Just trying to figure out the best vibes for chat, queuing that up, you know.
Yeah.
It's a central part.
Bro.
I don't know how I went 2 years without it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Oh my
Girl,
god.
I remember, yeah, when people started switching back and you didn't want to yet because you just want to be sure.
I don't
Yeah,
know
yeah,
why.
the
I was just
hesitance.
annoying. Well, because like I don't know. I don't know why I was so annoying about it. And then I was worried that my viewership, like to be honest with you, I thought my viewership was gonna drop because I felt like no one was gonna like my music. And now I don't know.
I don't
people
I
think
like-
don't
people
even think
cared that
people
much.
care,
I don't know.
like,
I thought people
genuinely.
would care so much.
Yeah,
Like
they don't care that
I'm one of those
much.
people. If someone's okay, I don't care during
You judge
stream.
them
Like
for their
IRL
music?
though, I'm gonna give you a little bit of an example, and I'm not trying to offend anyone who likes any sort of artist whatsoever. If I'm in a house and all that person is playing is country, I'm losing my mind.
I
I'm
thought,
pretty
she,
sure
I thought you
I'm
were gonna say
literally,
like Taylor Swift, but
Brooke would freak out. That too. No.
yeah, I had a feeling.
You don't like Taylor Swift? Say it.
I not that I do, I'm it's not my kind of music, but I understand that people don't like my kind of
She
music.
hates her.
So I'm not gonna play like as long as you're like you can queue up Taylor Swift, but I don't want to hear 3 albums straight of all just Taylor Swift. Same thing with country, same thing with like fucking Luke Bryan or like fucking I don't know, like if you're queuing up just 3 country albums back to back, I'm losing my fucking mind internally.
You're telling
I'm
me you don't like
sorry.
Wagon Wheel?
Me,
like a wagon wheel.
Yeah,
That song is
You
good.
can play the classics. You can play the classic. That's fine, but don't play.
You're
it back
talking to
back
girls
back
from
to back.
Georgia and Texas. Like, what the fuck? No, I
But
don't
like,
country
I'm not
like
gonna,
that,
I'm
but-
not gonna
Yeah,
queue
me
like
either. But I
3
I listen
hours
to
of
Lil.
like the Strokes, Father John Misty, like Arctic Monkeys. Like, I'm not gonna queue 6 hours of that. Like, and like I don't know. On Twitch, it doesn't matter if I'm watching a stream, they're playing that. Like, it's background music.
Mhm.
IRL though, if someone's like playing that music in the car, album after album, like I'm like, fuck.
You're like, yeah, no,
I
that
get
makes
I get
sense.
annoyed, especially the country music, especially. I can't stand it. I'm so
That's
sorry.
one thing about being a streamer though, is you're always having to think about like all these things, Nikki. Like you said, like you're worried about your viewers dropping because of that, and I'm like now Twitch has like those mature content ratings. Have you
Oh
seen?
my god, I
And you
was like
literally
freaking
have to-
out with that.
You
Low
have to
key.
like click. You have to click a button for certain streams now to like I
And
guess
it
it's
doesn't
how it
count
used
as
to
a
be.
view, I don't think, right?
Is it not?
Or
No, I
unless you
think it
click,
does.
unless you click on.
Yeah,
Someone
unless you
said that
click
it wasn't
it.
registering until you click on it.
Content.
Which
It's content classification.
Yeah,
I
and I
don't
went
care.
to
I swear
somebody's
it's just
stream.
free. If I get banned, I get banned. I don't care.
I won't name who it is, but I went to somebody's stream and they were just literally just chatting. But I think since they have like the 18 and up or something, or they had something on their stream, I don't know what it was. They were literally just watching YouTube, and yeah, I had to click the thing, and I thought it was really weird. It wasn't like the old 18 and up button; it was like a new button.
It's weird
I
how
wish I
that
took a
that
screenshot.
mature, like the 18 and up button isn't as like it's not in your like you can go
your
to
face.
in your face when you edit your stream info, like you're changing your title and the game, and then you can see your content classification. But I feel like it should be a clickable thing of if you're having 18 and plus right there as
Yeah.
well. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked a lot at all those labels, but even when I see people playing Diablo and stuff now, it has like
They have a
special little
mature
thing.
rated
Oh, wait,
game
on
for certain
Diablo?
games as well. But I
Yeah,
think that
and I'm-
auto clicks when you change your game category.
And yeah, it does. I'm sure they push these streams out less. Like if you are,
I was gonna say
doing a
that. Like,
drinking
what's the
stream or,
discoverability
like-
on that? Well, there's no discoverability.
Do you have to label when you're drinking?
I saw that you don't have to label we should double check this, but I read that you don't
It
have to label if
says-
you're just drinking, but
yeah,
if the drinking is
excessive.
the main theme of your stream,
Yeah.
and then you're like obviously wasted, then you should
Regulating that. Well, if you're wasted,
I think it's
you-
more like people could report
But
it.
I'm like,
less.
I'm like, if you're doing a drinking stream, yeah, I feel like in those new rules, like I probably just wouldn't put it in my title anymore because I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I
I
think
just
that
like
would be the
mess with it.
thing.
Yeah, I don't want to.
I don't want to put. I honestly don't want to put any of those.
I feel like
limits.
that would like, yeah. I
Excessive
don't even.
cursing, like, come on, bro.
Us playing Rocket League, frick.
So for
Yeah.
content classifications, it's the first one's drugs, intoxication, or excessive tobacco use. But that's like excessive, I guess, any of those.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next one's gambling, mature rated game, but that one auto clicks. Yep, significant profanity or vulgarity, sexual themes, and violent and graphic depictions. Do we have to click that based off of the game?
Yeah. Like,
No,
when I-
because mature rated games would be automatically.
Would that be in the mature rated? I know I might
Yeah.
sound dumb, but
no,
Yeah.
I mean it's not dumb.
think
It's
it says
the other
like
ones would be like if
semi-gore.
you are doing that,
Yeah.
basically.
Oh, like I'm
or like
simulating.
maybe even like special effects. I don't know.
Maybe,
special
yeah.
effect for maybe like tattooing on stream, maybe.
I don't know. It's just so weird how
If
it's
blood could show, possibly.
random.
Yeah, it's
I'm not
sexual themes
ready.
is like even if you're talking about any sexual topics. So
How
Mhm.
can
It's
I?
not just- you don't talk about the people.
No, well, I'm saying, what if my ranked teammate says, "Oh my god,
No.
I'm
You
not
suck
gonna
at.
say
No,
it,
I'm just
not
kidding.
gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. No, my ranked teammate said something very cringe to me yesterday. So I said,
She said, "Eat a." No.
We're not on Twitch. You can say it.
no, this, like
you can, yeah.
the joke of, I don't want to say it. I was thinking because I didn't even say it on Twitch, to be fair, but I just typed it
Were you-
out. and
I was
wrote-
like, were you thinking? it?
Someone was like, "Oh, you know the joke about the pink, like the fucking people met
The
is it
color
pink?"
on. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what
So,
you're talking. That's not that bad.
I said something pertaining to
To that.
their dad,
Oh.
and I said,
Damn,
yeah,
Nikki, I need you for my games, I guess.
He said he thought it was.
I don't know what I said. I said something about,
Ask
I-
your dad.
I didn't.
yeah, basically.
Oh my
And so,
God.
and I typed it out, but I
She
didn't
brought
send
the
it through.
dad in.
And when my
Crazy.
cat covers the text chat too sometimes, like the text. So I don't think anyone really saw it. So, but
Dang.
Funny though.
yeah, but
Clip
what if I get flagged based on that? Just my
You
ranked teammate being
wouldn't.
cringe, and I just
I
want
don't
to stand up
think
for
so.
myself.
You're fine.
Imagine you get reported on Rocket League and you're banned.
Yeah, listen,
Banned
I'll
for
not
that.
be banned. My mental might go all the way up here. I'll play some variety games.
Variety week.
Variety week. Sorry guys, someone had to be cringe. And
It's not my fault.
Not
Oh,
my
speaking
fault.
of variety, I know you guys have been playing Only Up.
Oh yeah.
Oh god,
How long have you played? Are you still playing it?
2 hours rage quit.
Rage quit, like
Yeah.
completely?
Alt F4 refunded the game.
You refunded it? No way.
I
Oh my
refunded the
god.
game. $10 back in my bank account. I ordered dinner that night. I was like, oh, nice. Yeah.
Oh
No
my god.
way.
What? I wanted to reward myself with some dinner, so I refunded the game. Because I said I was never gonna open it ever again, so I wanted to get something better than that, which was dinner.
I'm almost at 4 hours, but I'm dedicated to trying to beat the game. I don't think I will. I'll probably give up by then.
I don't really care
you
about
split
beating
up
it.
From the
It's a
garage?
lot. I understand. There's no.
I
I-
can beat it, but I just don't care.
Well,
about
screw
beating it that
him.
much. I know, right?
I have a
Good for
frustration-
him.
I have a frustration with playing the same part of any game over and over. Not
Mhm.
even speedrun games, but like the reason why I'm kind of in the mood to play Life is Strange again, and kind of in the mood to play Red Dead again. But I get somewhat frustrated when I get stuck on a certain part and I'm playing the same part over and over. It's almost like when you get beat by a boss or whatever, or you fail a
yeah.
mission over and over, and you know how you get frustrated. I get very frustrated when I'm doing the same thing over and over and over again. I've seen that same thing 500 times
Wait,
already.
isn't that
like,
Rocket League? I'm just kidding. Go
You
on.
know, when you put it that way,
That's what
when you-
some people actually say that the game is so repetitive, but
it is repetitive, but I think
It's
I think
slightly
it hits me
different.
worse in story games,
Mhm.
you're hearing the same dialogue over again. You see the same exact thing over
Yeah,
and
yeah.
over. I don't know why it makes me rage. That's
Mhm.
why I've actually never became a full variety streamer because I've noticed when I hit those games, I like the last time I experienced this was what was that alien game that came out that people were liking for a week?
Oh, is it that high?
Shen did? No, not High on Life.
High on. Oh, were
not
they
High
not
on Life.
aliens?
The one Jewel played. It was a scary
Yes,
one.
yes.
The
You played it too?
aliens?
Yeah, you played it, and it was an old game, and they remade it or whatever.
Oh,
Yes,
Alien
yes.
Isolation.
Alien Isolation. No, not
No.
Alien Isolation. The newer, the
Oh.
one you just recently played through
Oh, I
again.
know. Dead Space.
Stranded?
Dead
Dead
Space.
Space. Dead
Space.
Space.
Yeah,
I-
bro, watching Nikki play that game was so fun.
No, but I was like, I genuinely like, I gave myself flashbacks when I was younger and I couldn't beat a boss. Like full on, like I wasn't throwing controllers, but like when I was younger, I'd be really pissed off, and just
Mhm.
like I would rage, and then it gave me flashbacks of that, like trying to beat this one fucking alien, and I was like, this is why, like, oh no, the last time it happened to me was fucking The Last of Us, and no, I guess no spoilers, but there was a part in Last of Us that I couldn't get through, and I actually was raging. I felt like I actually lost viewers because I was raging.
That game made
Is
me
there-
rage a little bit too.
I was gonna say there is a part. I know I watched it because Chrissy got to a part where you're like sniping from a window.
I was so pissed.
Do you,
They just don't die.
Oh, I know.
you-
What
you're,
I know
like,
what
sitting there and
talking about.
sniping.
Not in the house though. It wasn't in a house. It was
It
in
w-
like a.
I thought it was
That
at the
part
top
is
of a window. Like
Oh, maybe it was.
you're just like
That part
sniping.
you can't lose
some-
though.
Yeah, you have. Well, it's
Oh,
like
you can lose.
I mean,
can?
you have to restart.
Oh, I don't know. My game crashed.
I
during
remember
it.
though the last time I played it, that was like the most frustrating. I had to keep
Mhm.
it. I had to
Really?
keep
That
restarting.
was the most.
Yeah.
That was the most frustrating for you. Oh my
well,
god.
it
when
was
you-
one of the most frustrating. Hi.
the stealth. Oh my god.
Her little white chin is so cute. Oh my gosh.
No, the part with the stealth and the patience. If you guys know what I
if
mean.
you.
If you know what I mean. Oh my fucking god. I was screaming. I was literally so angry. I was like, I'm gonna quit right now. I'm gonna quit. Like I literally was so mad. Like this is why I can't stream variety. Like I get mad at Rocket League, but it's like it lasts 5 minutes and you're done. And then you just
Yeah.
play another game that you hope the scenario.
Aw, kisses.
she give kisses.
She's so cute.
Wow.
Attention whore. I'm just kidding.
She's
Taking
like,
away the
Mom, you've been
camera."
on the PC too long. It's my turn.
Yep. She's like,
Aw.
let me play. Let me podcast. You can come podcast.
You want a podcast?
Or you want to do our outro? You
yeah,
wanna
do
do
the
our
outro. Say it.
Aw.
Okay, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Shout out to our tier 2 patrons, Tamer, Jokerman, Nep, Louie, and Bumble.
Yay.
And I'm still in my Ori voice. Make sure to subscribe.
You
to
guys,
us.
You gotta do like oh we. No, you gotta.
Make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow our Twitter. I'm not doing that shit. And join our Patreon
Cover it.
community.
Do
Wait,
us.
her butt! Oh my
I
god!
covered it. It's fine.
The YouTube viewers got a treat
Got a
today.
view.
Good thing we're not monetized on YouTube.
Yeah.
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 Any day now.
Yeah.
And
Any year
yeah.
now.
Yeah, and I
Ooh,
guess we'll
manifest.
see you guys in the next epi.
Bye bye.
Bye, guys.
Weekly episodes coming soon. Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe.